Hola, mis estudiantes. I hope that you are all doing well. Hoy es jueves, el 17 de septiembre de 2020. Hoy tenemos y para empezar, please continue studying the Quizlet for 5 to 10 minutes. Hopefully, if you guys are doing that every day, it's helping you get down the vocabulary. That's definitely going to help you in your future Spanish life, in the test, and just everything. So please be studying that daily. Watch today's lesson. You're already doing that, so gracias por estar aquí. Thank you for being here. And your tarea, I'm going to upload an assignment with Gustar. I'll make that after I make this video. So, let's see. Today, I want to quickly review our Grammatica. I made this for my in-person classes after I made your video. So, we have our little chart, our singular, plural, first, second, and third person. You're going to be seeing this chart all throughout your Spanish life. So our pronouns we have, just to review, is I, you, he, she, we, you, all, and they. These are your subject pronouns. In Spanish, that is yo, tú, él, and ella. Nosotros or nosotras if it's all female. Vosotros or vosotras if it's all female. Ellos and ellas if it's all female. So remember, we only use vosotros in Spain. Here we also use ustedes, and we also use usted for the same verb conjugations. And what are those? Well, we'll get to those in a second. We're looking at the verb ser, which is to be. So in English would be I am, you are, he, she is, we are, you all are, or they are. In Spanish, it's yo soy for I am, tú eres for you are, él, ella es for he or she is. We also have, this is where I need to add it, usted es. Nosotros or nosotros somos. Vosotros or vosotras sois. And ellos or ellas son, and also ustedes son. So remember, this is your plural, your formal you. So if you're saying to someone, for example, like, where are you from? You would say, de donde eres, if it's informal, and de donde es, or de donde es usted, if it's formal. Vosotros is only used in Spain. That's the informal you all. So if I'm talking to a bunch of my friends, I'd say, Vosotros sois de España. You are all from Spain. However, if I'm talking to a formal group of people, maybe I don't know them well, in Spain I would say, Ustedes son de España. However, if I'm in Latin America, I don't even use vosotros at all. And so I only have to worry about these 5 boxes. I'll just always use ustedes to refer to you all if it's formal or informal. I just always use ustedes and son. We'll talk about that more as we get down the road, keep using verbs and verb charts. But that was just a quick review. Again, if you want to review that more, feel free to go back to miércoles day slides and martes day slides and watch these videos for more input on subject pronouns and forms of ser. However, today we are working with gustar. So if you open your books to page 42, or you can just follow along because I have it right here for you, but our goal is to learn how to express what people like doing using the verb gustar. Then we're going to use gustar to say what you and others like to do. So we have our English grammar connection. We have an infinitive is the basic form of a verb, a word that expresses action or a state of being. In English, most infinitives include the word to. In Spanish, infinitives are always one word that end in AR, ER, or IR. So for example, I like to run. That's our English infinitive. In Spanish, it's correr. Notice how it ends with an ER. Another verb that we've learned is, let's see, correr. We've learned comer. We've learned andar. That's AR. I don't think we've learned any verbs yet that end in IR, but trust me, they are coming. So all of these translate as to and then action. So we're always going to use an infinitive after we say me gusta, because it wouldn't make sense to say I like run. We have to say I like to run. So, and that's when we're talking about actions we like to do. We'll learn more about saying nouns we like in the future. So for example, use gustar to talk about what people like to do. Use phrases like me gusta plus your infinitive. So for example, me gusta dibujar. I like to draw. We've already learned that, right? Te gusta dibujar. You like to draw. However, we have le gusta. Now this is talking about you formal in the singular. So again, if I'm talking to an adult, a teacher, a boss, etc., I would say le gusta dibujar for you formal, or I could also say that for he or she. So for example, I have my llama Billy here. Billy likes to draw, so I could say to you guys, Billy, or I could say a Billy le gusta dibujar. If I was talking directly to him, I'd say, Billy, te gusta dibujar. I'm telling him what he likes, right? You like to draw. So nos gusta is we like to draw. Os gusta is the you familiar plural like to draw. Remember, that's informal and that's used only in Spain. So, and then the les gusta dibujar is the you plural like to draw for your formal, or if you're in Latin America, you'll always use les gusta. And then finally, they like to draw is also les gusta. So I put that into a chart for you guys. Hopefully that helps a little bit. I'll bold these and I'll bold these. But anyway, you got your first person, me gusta, second person, te gusta, that's for you. He or she or usted is le gusta. We is nos gusta. You all in Spain, informal is os gusta. And in Latin America, the you all is les gusta, as well as just they is les gusta. So hopefully that is making sense. I might try to link another video for extra help for you guys if you want. Again, if this is not making sense. But let's go back to the book. It says when you really want to emphasize or identify the person that you are talking about, you add a and then a noun or a pronoun. So if we're talking about Sonia, we would say a Sonia le gusta leer. Sonia likes to read. So we're emphasizing who we're talking about. If I just say le gusta leer, you guys would be like, who? Like he, she, which person in the classroom are we talking about? So I'd say a Sonia le gusta leer. A Felipe le gusta dibujar. A Federico le gusta descansar, right? So it tells us who we're talking about. Ella, we can also just say ella for she. She likes to read. A ella le gusta leer. Or a él, he likes to read. So these are the pronouns that follow a. So you could say a mí me gusta dibujar. A ti te gusta dibujar. A usted le gusta dibujar. Remember, this is our you formal. A usted, and we're going to use the third person singular for that. So le gusta dibujar. A él or a ella le gusta dibujar. Then we have talking about us or we, a nosotros or nosotras. Sorry, my classroom lights go out every once in a while. I have to move around. Nosotras nos gusta dibujar. A vosotros or vosotras, if it's all female, os gusta dibujar. Remember that is in Spain only. And then a ustedes or a ellos les gusta dibujar. So that is how we do those. Let's practice. Hopefully once we practice with these, it'll be a little less confusing. So if we look at the top of page 43, we have, let's see, I have a document. So it says, ¿les gusta or no? Escribe lo que a estas personas les gusta or no les gusta hacer. Write what these people like to do or not. So our model is a Luisa something preparar la comida. So maybe she doesn't like to prepare food, right? So we could say, no le gusta preparar la comida. So for number one, it says a nosotros and comer pizza. Well, we probably like to eat pizza, right? And I'm talking about us because I'm writing about me and you, us. So I'd say a nosotras no Nos gusta preparar la comida. Oh, sorry, we're talking about eating pizza. Comer pizza. A nosotras no nos gusta comer pizza. And we can see that from, how do I go back to the page before? There we go. So I go back here and I see nos gusta, that is we, but I want to go down here and say a nosotras nos gusta dibujar. So again, this is emphasizing that it's us. Do I have to say a nosotros or a nosotras? No, I could just say nos gusta dibujar, but for the sake of this lesson, this is going to make it easier to tell who we're talking about if we add that. So let's try to do number 2. A ustedes en estudiar. So ustedes, remember that is you all in Latin America. In Spain, it is also you all, but it's formal. So a ustedes, that is going to be les gusta estudiar. Maybe I don't think you guys like to study, so I'll say no les gusta estudiar. Again, I can see that if I go back here and I go down here and it says a ustedes les gusta. So it'll help me. Going back to the questions. A ti something montar en bicicleta. I'll say a ti, I say you probably like to ride your bike. Te gusta montar en bicicleta. Montar en bicicleta. You like to ride the bike. Let's look at number 4. This one you gotta pay attention. So we're saying a Alicia y a Miguel. What do you think we're gonna use here? Here we're going to use les because it's multiple people. So we're talking about someone else and we're talking about them plurally. So it's les, it's they, right? We're saying they like to learn Spanish. So it's les gusta aprender el español. I need my Spanish keyboard for that. In a period. Let's do one more. Oh, let's do them both because 6 is important too. So me, that has an accent because me without an accent like that just means my. So like mi gato es marrón. That's my cat is brown. So me in this context with like a mí me gusta, we have to put an accent so it's not confused with my. A mí me gusta escuchar música. Finally, a usted. Do you remember what we're going to use for a usted? We're talking to you, but we're talking to you formally. So we're going to use the same verb that we use in he or she because it shows respect. So a usted le gusta. A usted le gusta trabajar. If I don't think you like to work, I would say a usted no le gusta trabajar. Okay, let's look at activity 14. We're not going to do all of these, but the question is, ¿Qué le gusta hacer a Teresa? What do you think this question is saying? We know that ¿Qué means what? Le gusta is either you formally like or he or she likes. Hacer is to do, and a Teresa, that shows us who we're talking about. So we know it's a Teresa. She likes to do what? So what does she like to do? What does Teresa like to do? So the answer would be le gusta, she likes leer un libro, she likes to read a book. So if we look at número 1, we could say ¿Qué le gusta hacer a Alicia? We could say a Alicia le gusta escribir los correos electrónicos. And I'm sure I'm missing an accent in my electrónicos. Again, we can find that vocabulary back a few pages, right, where we are first learning. Page 33, I believe it is, if my computer loads. Yep, Sorry, my computer's not loading, but it is on page 33, so feel free to use that for your homeworks and your assignments, just not your test. Correos electrónicos. There's the accent above the O, electrónicos. And we'll do one more. A ella. A ella le gusta andar en patineta. A ella le gusta andar en patineta. Actually, one more thing that's important. What if I said a Alicia, or what about a mis estudiantes y yo? What am I going to use for that? A mis estudiantes y yo. Y yo means and I. What do you think? Look in your books. What do you think I would say? You can pause this, because I'm about to give the answer. It's a mis estudiantes y yo nos gusta, because it's we, right? It's nosotros, it's we. I and my students nos gusta aprender el español. It's going off screen. Aprender el español. So anyway, that's the lesson for today. Again, I'll link something else if you guys are still struggling with this concept so you guys can watch some more. Hopefully the homework helps you to practice it more. We'll continue to practice this as we go. But again, just work on your memorizing of the me, te, le, nos, os, les. That's going to be super important. And then these things, a mí, a ti, a usted, a él, a ella, a nosotros, a vosotros, a ustedes, a ellos, and a ellas. Practice with those, and that's going to be helpful. So now to your homework. The only other thing is here's a cool little pronunciation part here. Feel free to read that and practice. It's cool for me to think if I say in English, pizza, 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 there's like air that comes out of my mouth. But if I say it in Espanol, pizza, pizza, there's like no air that comes out. So it's just saying that when you pronounce the P and T in English, a puff of air comes out of your mouth. In Spanish, there's no puff of air. So try saying these words, see if puffs of air are coming out of your mouth or not. If it is, you're saying it with an English accent. If it's not, then you might be getting your Spanish accent down. So that's all for today, mis estudiantes. Que tengan un buen día. Have a great day. Y nos vemos mañana.